Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing out there, party people? We are live from the Beverley Hillbilly studios in Newcastle, New South Wales. Boy, do we have a show for you tonight. I'm just going to wait for people to join because there's no point telling you about a show when you can't hear me. Come on, people, join me. We are live from the Beverley Hillbilly studios. Okay, we have 5 people watching now. Yay, cheers, woohoo. So we have a great show tonight lined up for you guys. We're going to start the new segment with my dad, the kitchen sessions, which is also known as the throwback track, which is a little throwback to the time that we used to co-host a little segment together on Saturday Night Country all those years ago. Hi, Jeffrey. Hi, Anika. Let us know when you're here, guys. We'd love to hear from you. Hi, Andrew. And then we've got another special guest, as I mentioned last week, Tim Daly from CMC will be joining us. We're going to talk about, the history of CMC, especially my history with CMC, and then also the future for Tim and what he plans to do now that CMC essentially is closed down in the next few weeks. So hello, Jan. Thanks for joining us. Hi, Daryl. Hi, Ann Johnson. Hi, Phil. Wine time. Yeah, mate. Of course. Yeah. I haven't drank all week. I'm so good. I'm such a good ISO girl. I haven't drank all week, and I waited till Friday night with you guys. Yay. Hi, Jacinta. Hi, Anika. Hi, Philip. Hi, Susan. Your daughter's not here tonight. What the hell? Hi, Paul. Hi, Michelle from Flinders Island. Wow. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Lyndon. How you doing, Mick? Gavin, Miss Cottage Concerts, totally, mate. Yeah, I know. Soon. Now they're allowing people to gather as of the 1st of June in 50, I believe. So you can do your climate cottage concerts again, for sure. Scott, not my Cinderella. Will you get sick of me asking? I can do that for you tonight, Scott. Sharon from Palamalawala. Oh gosh, they're coming in too quick. Let's see. Hey Kat from Phil. Hey Trent, watching from Brighton, Tasmania as usual. Sharing also, thank you. Since you've mentioned it, Trent, if you can share, go down just to the left of your screen, hit share it to your page so more people can see this stream. That would mean a lot to me. Thank you so much for doing that, Trent. Carol, where's your Tito's? I believe you just sent me an email, Carol. I just got an email about somebody saying they've just discovered Tito's. I decided for wine tonight. So tonight I'm drinking, I feel like wine connoisseur. I'm drinking, it's such a typical, thing to drink, but Oyster Bay Sauvignon Blanc. It's a New Zealand wine. It's really lovely, whatever. I really like it. So I'm doing it. Skull. No. Susan, I know. She's like, not here. Shannon, hello. Hi, Kirsty. Hi, Doug. There's more. Hey, Scotty, you're back, mate. Oh, I love you. Tuning in from Western Sydney. Hi, Rob. Brendan's requesting 46 miles from Alice. Peter's saying hello from Jarvis Bay. And Dakota is saying drive-in movie. Sophie says, hi, my hero. Hello, Becky. Hi, Sophie. I'm going to get stuck into it because we've got a lot to get through tonight. We have a special guest tuning in from America. We have my dad coming on very soon, and we have Tim Daly joining us. So there is so much. I do drink Aussie wine, Anika. I drink a lot of Aussie wine. I'm very sorry. I hope I haven't disappointed you just by having a little bit of New Zealand wine. But I do drink a lot of Aussie wine. I promise. Hi, Liz. Hi, Karen. It is very cold here, Kirsty. So freaking cold. I'm so sick of it being so cold. Okay, so somebody's asked for not my Cinderella, or not your Cinderella, not someone's Cinderella. So I thought we'd start with that. So let us know that you're there and send the requests in, but we have lots and lots of stuff happening tonight. So do stay tuned. It's a full hour. So thanks for joining us. Here we go. You walk in the room and all the girls talk. I guess you get used to most of them falling down at your feet. 'Cause you got the charm and the debonair down, so tall and dark like like it just came out of some kind of fairy tale dream. High, baby, you're something high, but I'm not your Cinderella. You're not the one in a million, fella. The slipper ain't gonna fit me. Give my regards to Mr. Disney, but I'm no Sleeping Beauty. One kiss alone won't do it to me. Hate to be the one to tell ya, oh, but I'm not your Cinderella. I don't know if I believe in love at first sight. I think it might need just a little more time to grow and be real. Keep up the laughter, rambling on at the stroke of midnight. I'm gonna be gone, cause this ain't a heart you can steal. Yeah! High, baby, you're something high. No, I'm not your Cinderella. You're not the one in a million, fella. The slipper ain't gonna fit me. Give my regards to Mr. Disney, but I'm no Sleeping Beauty. One kiss alone won't do it to me. Hate to be the one to tell ya, oh, but I'm not your Cinderella. Whoa! Cinderella. No, I'm not your Cinderella. You're not the one in a million, fella. The slipper ain't gonna fit me. Give my regards to Mr. Disney, but I'm no Sleeping Beauty. One kiss alone won't do it to me. Hate to be the one to tell ya, oh, but I'm not your Cinderella. Yay! Well, guess who decided to join, Liana? Thank you so much for being here. Love your songs, Gregory, Shelley. Hello, Susan. That's saying hi to your mum. Scott, thanks, Kate. No worries, mate. Thanks, Kerry. Thanks, Gregory. Hi, Jacinta. Good to see you again. Hi, Susan. Please sing Call You Back Town. Ooh, okay. That's tricky. That's very tricky. Let me I do not want to stuff this up because I love that song. So I will definitely sing that for you. That was on what album? You Look Beautiful. Thanks, Liana. That's nice. Call You Back Town was on Catherine Britt, wasn't it? Just self-titled. Whoa. Just lost a heap of lyrics. Bye. Okay. I believe it was on Catherine Britt. Self-titled. Let's flip more down the track. We're still in Little Wildflower Land. Oh no, here we are. Here we go. So you want Call You Back Town. Now Call You Back Town is a song all about my experience living over in Nashville for 6 years before anyone else was doing it. Now it's like all the rage, mate. Everyone's living in Nashie. I feel like you go to Nashville and to catch up with your Australian friends now. So this was my experience when I lived over there because it was very lonely. There was no Facebook. And there was very limited Australians over there, and I was over there on my own. My family did not come with me. I did not have a partner with me or anything like that. Oh, boo-hoo. I know it sounds so whingy, but what I'm trying to say is that's where this song comes from. Like, that's the feeling it comes from. I co-wrote it with a dear friend of mine over there, Ashley Monroe, and hopefully I don't stuff it up. So, okay, I'm just gonna give it a go. Here we go. Whoever mentioned this, there's too many comments for me to see who asked for this one now. Sorry. Hello from Norway. Hi, Matthias. Thanks for joining us. Here we go. It was Shannon Belcher asked for Call You Back Town. So this goes out to Shannon. So here we go. This Call You Back Town, nobody's around to pick you up when you're down. And this Call You Back Town, in this watered down place, no heart and a smiling face, they don't forgive your mistakes. In this watered down place, they push you up just to pull you down. Pour on lies just to watch you drown in this Call You Back Town. In this Call You Back Town. In this counterfeit city, they don't look if you ain't pretty, and it's such a damn pity. Yeah, this counterfeit city, they push you up just to pull you down. Pour on lies just to watch you drown in this Call You Back Town. In this Call You Back Town. Yeah. This Call You Back Town, nobody's around to pick you up when you're down. In this Call You Back Town. 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 Thank you. Thanks for the requests. I appreciate it. Let's see. Do share the page, please. If you're watching the stream, share. Get us out to as many people as possible. I don't know what happened to the screen there, but it is totally... Cut that out. If you would like to tip, please do. It makes all the difference to our family. It really does. So we really appreciate it. PayPal.me/Catherine Britt tips. Please share the love around if you have the money to do so. Obviously, I understand that a lot of people have lost work. So if you can't tip, I understand too. Last week, we had some amazing tips. So thank you so much for that. It got us ahead on a few bills. We really do appreciate it. That is a really lovely feeling to get some stuff paid. So thank you so much for letting us feel like we can breathe during this crazy time. Let's see. What have we got here? What happened with the crowd fund for your new CD? Did you raise enough? I did, Steve. We got there to our goal. Thanks, Scotty. Yeah, we got to the goal. So I'm in the midst of making a record as well. So I have some money there to make an album. Only I'm not allowed to touch it for anything else because I will stuff that up otherwise. So we have a little pot there to make a record when it's time. I'm writing at the moment, getting ready. Melanie and Carissa say hello. Hi, how you doing, girls? Having a mum's night. I'm so jelly. Happy birthday even to Jason Lloyd. That's from Greg. Hey, happy birthday, Jason. Hi. Jody is here. Jacinta, thanks for the love. Mary Beth, hello. Sweet Emmy Lou and Poor Man's Pride are some requests. I've missed really a lot of requests. If you really want to hear a song, can you request it again when I stop singing so that I can see it again when it comes back up? Because otherwise it gets lost. So, yeah. I might do Poor Man's Pride. And then we might go to my first guest because we have a lot of guests tonight. So I need to get through some of them. So... yes, awesome. Can't wait to hear the new CD when it's done. I donated to the fund. Thank you so much, Steve. It will be done soon. Let's see. Do I remember Poor Man's Pride? I have to remember it. Surely. I wrote these songs. Surely. I'm just going to... Oh, you know what's so crazy? I just opened it up to Poor Man's Pride. That is nuts. Okay. So it's meant to be. So doing this one for... It's already gone. Dang it. Okay. So that's fine. We will scroll up. Poor Man's Pride goes out to Carissa. Susan, I'll do Red Dirt for you later. No worries. Bone Shaker is really hard to do, Gregory, without a band. I just can't express how hard it would be without a band. Ugh, sorry. River and the Gumley, yeah, we should be able to do that. Okay. Nice to see and hear you too, Cole. No, I can't see or hear you. I don't know why I said that, but I'm glad you can see and hear me. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. Okay, I'm just going to shut up and sing, as they said to the Dixie Chicks. So here we go. Daddy had a chance to go take a factory job in Ohio. They offered him a decent dime to leave Kentucky far behind. Well, I cussed him when he turned them down to stand a farm tobacco ground. Tobacco growing ain't no life for 7 kids and a poor man's wife. Money does not mean a thing when you dream a farmer's dream. He could not toe that bottom line. Sometimes I curse that poor man's pride. Curse that poor man's pride. Yeah. Now Daddy was a gambling man, gambled on tobacco land. Tobacco growing was his life spent. No, I messed that up. Here we go. Bet your life every spring to see what harvest time would bring. That's more like it. Could be drought, could be flood. Rolling dice was in his blood. No matter how it all went down, he's just as stubborn as that ground. Money does not mean a thing when you dream a farmer's dream. He could not toe that bottom line. Sometimes I curse that poor man's pride. Curse that poor man's night they drove him in the ground, broke his back and put him down. Poor and proud is how he died. Sometimes I miss that poor man's pride. Thank you. Cheers, everyone. Appreciate it. Thanks for being with us. As always, it's lovely to have a nice big crowd with us again. I've done 3 lives today. This is my 3rd one. I feel like a live whore. I did a live for the USA and Canada today at 12. And then I did a live on Jayco Australia's page. And now I'm doing this live. So, living my face off and happy to do it. So, look, we're going to start a new little segment on this live with my dad. For all those people out there that ever tuned in to, I feel like we have to get the pretty lights in there behind. For anyone out there that ever tuned in to Saturday Night Country with me over the years, my dad and I did a little segment together called the Kitchen Sessions. And we used to do 5 specialty tracks. We'd do the throwback track, the 70s, late 60s, 70s, early 70s track. We did a murder ballad. We did, oh God, I can't even remember. There was 2 others. Anyway, so we've decided to carry it on with a throwback track where we throw back to an early part of my career. And so that's what we're doing. We're going to find my father and get rid of this and call the father figure. He is being called as we speak. Oh, he's answered. Okay, let's throw it to
video. Oh, I'm upside down. No, I'm around the right way.
Well, you're not there at all at the moment, so
It'll be coming. I can see it slowly doing its job.
Oh no, what just happened there? That is so weird. That's so weird. Let's just get rid of that. Yay, you with us? Hello. Oh, you got a nice curtain behind you. Wait, why did you stop talking? What happened? Did you turn your sound off? Can you turn your sound back on? Steve Britt, please. Yeah, you've turned your sound off. Something's happened to your sound. Audio and video settings. Let's just see if it's something I've done, just to make sure. Oh, no, there you are. Hello.
Yeah, it's all right. I don't know what it did. Now it's going the other way.
Yeah, so you need to turn it back around. Oh, my God. Okay, this is what it's going to be like every week, folks, with my dad and technology.
I can't watch. Okay, how do I do it?
They're like little arrows that, one's going one way and one's going the other way. And it means turn the camera back. There we go.
How's that?
And now just put it a little higher so that you look skinnier. So it's not getting your chin.
Okay. This is my arm is gonna wear out.
Come on, Steve.
Holding it up. Holding it right up.
Okay, so you good? Hi, Dad.
Hi. How appropriate was it that you just sang that song?
Yeah, touche. In so many ways, because tonight's show encapsulates a lot of what you just said, yes. But I was trying to remember the 5 tracks we used to do on the Kitchen Sessions. It was throwback track, late 60s, early 70s track, murder ballad.
The funny title songs?
Yes, the funny title songs. I miss those. They're so good. And what was the other one?
Oh, don't know. I just remember the funny title songs because they were the fun ones trying to find.
They were the good ones.
There's some pretty funny title country songs.
There is. Like, for example, You're the Reason Our Kids Are Ugly.
Yeah, or Drop Kick Me Jesus Through the Goalposts of Life and Whip My Cow or something. That was another one, wasn't it?
Whip My Cow. Yep, that was good.
Yep, yeah, there were some good ones.
Classic. All right, well, Dad's here to bring back the Kitchen Sessions. You're sitting in your kitchen, I can see, with your lovely curtains behind you. I'm sitting in my studio, but whatever. The kitchen
I can see your sink.
Your part. Yeah, there you go. There's a kitchen over there.
Yep.
I never know which way to move. Oh, what the hell? The thumb's wrong. There. So we are going to do a throwback track, but essentially the throwback track is not an old country song, but it is an old country song because I'm old enough. I've been around in this business long enough for it to be an old country song. But basically, it's a throwback to the earlier period of my career where there's a memory for you. As I mentioned last week when you couldn't be with us, we were going to do this segment based on you have been pretty much at every major recording event and most albums.
Certainly in the early days, especially. Yeah, maybe not so much of the last couple.
The Elton John duet recording, but
no, but I've seen full video of it, so I feel like I was there.
Yeah. So does everyone else on this then, because they've all seen it too.
They only saw the abbreviated version.
Sure. Yeah. True. Yeah. Well. So what? Okay. I'll just let you talk because I talk too much. Our throwback track this week is.
Well, we're going to look at a duet that you recorded with the great Guy Clark. Now, I mean,
Who's
for
no
me,
longer with us, unfortunately.
No, for me, in 1975, I picked up this album called Old Number One by Guy Clark.
Yep.
And it was his first album, so it's not like, here's the new album by this artist. So I'm assuming I probably read a review or something that, talked about it. And it quickly became like just one of my favourite albums of all time. Mm-hmm. Actually, I recently read a review of it that said this is the greatest country album of all time. So it's got songs like Desperados, Waiting for a Train, Texas 1947, Instant Coffee Blues, She Ain't Going Nowhere, a whole lot of classic
is that on
songs.
there as well? I can't remember.
Which one?
Homegrown Tomatoes, is that on there as well?
No, that was on Texas Cookin', which was the second.
Yeah.
So this was one, he became one of the all-time greats.
Yes.
And of course, you went to Nashville, and at some stage you told me, oh, look, I've become friends with this songwriter who I go sit down with each week and write songs. His name's Guy Clark. I went, what? You're friends with Guy Clark? Like, that's like ringing me up and saying, you're friends with Paul McCartney or, absolutely weird. And the first fruit of that was the song you just sang, Poor Man's Pride.
That was the first song we wrote. That's true.
Yeah, which is a song that you wrote with Guy and Jerry Salley.
Yes.
Yeah, so, and I've always loved that song. It's great.
Like so many songs over the years, me and Guy have written together. Who Cares?
Who Cares was the single that you wrote, yeah.
We wrote that. That was a single. Poor Man's Pride was a single. Mm-hmm. We've written more than that, right, over the years?
I don't know that you recorded more, but you did write. You wrote something about Nashville.
Yeah, that. So
was another song you wrote.
Yeah. No, there's definitely more.
There could be. Well, that's a competition. See if anyone can type in any more songs Catherine wrote with Guy Clark. So the next step was that I came and visited one stage, and you said, "Look, I'm going to do songwriting with Guy Clark. Do you want to come?" I went, no, it's okay. No, take me, of course.
What
so we went to his.
There while we wrote. That's so awkward.
Well, no, it wasn't, because Bill was there at the time and Moko. So we went to Guy's house, and Susanna was upstairs. So we said hello to Susanna as we went down to the basement, which is a workshop.
Yeah.
So Guy builds guitars and builds all musical instruments. Oh, you got a photo there?
I do. So this is actually in rehearsals when we were getting ready to record the duet together. This is Guy Clark here on the right-hand side. Of course, that's...
Can't see the photo, Catherine.
There on the left. No, I'm telling people who are watching. Oh, you can't
but
see
it. But they can't
see
it either. It's not on the screen.
Are you sure?
While I'm looking at the screen on the TV, I can't see it.
It's coming up. Okay, wait.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There it is. It's there.
No, that's not what you want. We want this.
Okay.
Yeah?
It's a picture I see you and Guy sitting
so this is
on the table.
This is in his little workshop here.
Yeah, so that's in Guy's workshop.
Yeah.
And I remember that day a couple of things really clearly. You and Guy just traded new songs you'd written.
Yeah.
So, you'd sing a song and then Guy'd sing a song, and here you are. Well, your photo's gone again, but
really?
We've actually got you talking. No, there's another photo. Okay.
I'm not doing anything.
Aren't you? Okay, no. We're back to the original photo now. So you two were just trading songs, which was, fairly amazing. And then Guy said, I've just written this new song, which, I'll play for you. and he went to a pinboard on the wall and pulled off this photo. It was this old crinkled photo of Susanna, his wife, way back when they first met her back in Texas when he was friends with Steve Earle and Townes Van Zandt, and apparently they'd had a fight and she walked out and he took this photo of her. There's another photo of everyone in the workshop again. So he brought this photo out and he said, "I've written this song, My Favourite Picture of You."
Yes.
And sang it for us. And of course that became the title track later of his very last album of original material. So, I mean, that was so special to actually see the photo and him showing us the photo that he based that on. So
yeah, it was very special. Everyone's telling me, Dad, because I can't see you now, I'm going to go back to the guest screen so you're there. Everyone's telling me they can actually see the photos. I'm not sure why you can't.
Well, I can now.
Yeah.
Because I'm watching it on the TV. Yeah, no, the photo's there now.
Okay. Well, cool.
It wasn't for a while.
Because I changed screens. But anyway,
Okay.
So keep talking because we're going to get to the recording part, yeah?
Yes, we are. So the next thing that happened was that you and Guy actually recorded a duet together. And you said to Guy, what song should we record? And I think he said, I've always thought the one we should do is You Ain't Going Nowhere, or She Ain't Going Nowhere.
Yes.
Which is one of the great songs
off
that first album.
The actual story, when I first moved to Nashville and I was looking for songs for Too Far Gone, I said to him, if you were to pitch a song to me, what would it be? And he said, he just didn't say anything. Actually, he just started playing She Ain't Going Nowhere. And
right.
I was just blown away. I'd of course heard the song before, but it was, really special to hear it, just him sitting in front of me and singing his favourite song that he'd ever written. So, and he said that it was the favourite song he's ever written. So I've just put up a photo, Michael Moko there, and Chris, who runs the EMI studios over in Nashville, who just did a bunch of work on my new album. Actually, he just recorded all the harmonies on my new album. He's mixed all the vocals. He's a very good friend of mine. Bill Chambers, of course, there, and that's Guy Clark and myself on the right. So that was the day that we ended up going in and recording the song. So sorry.
And where was I? I was the one taking the photo, so that's where I was, the back of the camera. So I was sitting in the studio as it recorded, and Guy just played that opening riff, which you'll hear in a minute. And he's got this very distinctive guitar style. It was,
While you're saying that, I should get that ready.
I think we probably should go to that. Otherwise, I'll keep talking all night, and you do have other great guests coming. So
okay, well, we're
let's go to that song.
Keep talking because I may have lost where it went. I had it on YouTube, didn't I? Dang it! Why do these things?
You did.
End up being so hard for me. Keep talking. Keep telling stories. No. Come on, Dad.
Keep telling
stories. You do it great on the radio.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, we could start singing the duet, but that would not be a
please
good
don't do that. No.
You hold your end up fine, but
yeah, but I would go with you. I'd feel like I'd follow you on the going.
Actually, I read a review of that album which came out. My Favourite Picture of You.
Yeah.
That this was a song that was written.
Yep.
You're right.
Go on.
He said this is the review said a song that Guy wrote after his wife had passed away about. And I went, no, he didn't. He wrote it. She was still alive upstairs when he'd already written it. So
that's right, Dad.
It didn't come out till after, but certainly about his feelings about her.
Yes.
She was such a great songwriter herself.
Oh my God, she was amazing. An amazing painter as well. Paints like God, as he would say in one of his songs. So. An amazing man, and very sad that he is now no longer with us, and was a huge impact on my songwriting, my artistry, my personality, everything. He was one of my good friends when I lived over in Nashville, and I was so grateful to have a friend like that. So I'm going to play the duet. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for the throwback track this week, Papa Steve,
see you next week.
Call you. Yeah, we'll see you next week. Say bye to Steve, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, Papa Steve. We'll see you next week. Oh, he was still talking. Why do I always do that? Sorry, Papa Steve. Okay, so we're going to go to the track now, and I hope you guys enjoy it. This is the duet that Dad was referring to with myself and Guy Clark from She Ain't Going Nowhere. Is the track from Always Never Enough.
She was standing on the gone side of leaving. She stuck it in the breeze. She'll take anything that's going close to somewhere. She can lay it down and live it like she please.
She ain't going nowhere, she's just leaving. She ain't going nowhere, she can't breathe. She ain't going home, and that's for sure. She's not sitting down, crying on her suitcase. She had no second thoughts by the road. But she's got feelings that need some repairing, and she did not give a damn that it showed. She ain't going nowhere, she's just leaving. She ain't going nowhere, she can't breathe. She ain't going home, and that's for sure.
Well, the wind had its way with her hair, and the blues had their way with her smile.
She had a way of her own, just like prisoners have a way with a fire. She ain't going nowhere, she's just leaving. She ain't going nowhere, she can't breathe. She ain't going home, and that's for sure. Now she ain't going nowhere, she's just leaving. She ain't going nowhere, she can't breathe. She ain't going home, and that's for sure. Nah, she ain't going home, and that's for sure.
Oh man, one of my favorite moments in my career there. A really special thing to be a part of, and to get to sing with somebody that special is pretty extraordinary. Michael Moko there on the mandolin solo, pretty incredible, and of course Bill Chambers there playing the beautiful dobro parts as well. Guy Clark playing the rhythm parts, and then me and Guy singing live. We all sat in a little circle and sang it live in the EMI studios, as you saw in those photos. So very cool. Thanks so much for all your lovely comments, guys. Really appreciate it. Look, we're running down on time, as we always do, because I have too much to say all the time. So we're going to call our next guest, Tim Daly. Hopefully he answers and we can get into chatting with the beautiful Tim. Last week we played the CMC video that they did on me rolling with. And that was so much fun. So this week we're going to interview Tim and see, I guess, you know, oh, he's answered maybe. Yes. Tim, are you there? Oh, he's there. Wait.
Hello.
Can you turn your screen sideways?
Oh, sorry.
technical
I
stuff.
work in TV, you know.
Look at you with your little hat. That's a bit cute.
Yes, thank you.
How you doing,
I'm
mate?
I'm good. I'm good.
Where are
The
you at the
family's
moment?
just
You're in
telling me to
Sydney?
shut the door.
Fair enough. Are you in Sydney at the moment? In your house?
Yes, I am.
You're ISOing there. Although the ISO is kind of over now, isn't it? Sort of. Essentially.
We're still working from home,
Right. So
so I haven't. Yeah, I haven't been back into Foxtel since March 18.
wow. Gosh, okay. There you go. That would be really hard to program a TV show, essentially, or a channel from
We
home.
can do the work okay. The hard part's just not being around your colleagues and having laughs and being creative and catching up with people, having a coffee and
Yeah.
all that stuff. Yeah.
Bouncing off each other, yeah.
Yeah.
So, look, I guess everyone's heard the news that CMC, along with many other channels, music channels to be specific, have been cut from Foxtel, I assume because of budgeting reasons. So
Yes, it's all about corporate stuff, basically.
the big guns in the New York offices per se. Yeah, look, I mean, it's a very sad day for country music when that does officially happen. And while we're on that topic, when does it officially stop being on Foxtel?
June 30 is our last day, so
June
they'll
30.
switch it off sometime just after midnight.
Okay. So
After 8 days.
what does this mean? I know that the channel and CMC Rocks is very separate. So I assume CMC Rocks continues on.
Well, I haven't spoken to our partners over at Chug, but I would assume that the festival will continue when it's able to, based on all the health advice and so on.
Yeah.
Would most likely continue under a different name, but it would effectively be the same festival run by the same people in the same way, just
Yeah.
without our. Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
last week I played. Look, this whole thing. I don't know if you've watched it before, but I've been doing this ever since we went into this shutdown of the music industry. I was in the middle of a big tour around Australia, and I literally was in Buka, Queensland, and got like sent home. Like, you cannot play next weekend. You have to go home. So I had my 2 little boys with me, my caravan. I drove the freaking 20-something hours home over a couple of days, and have been in Newcastle in my house pretty much ever since. So I I have been going through this little show now, telling sort of stories from the past and going through a lot of stuff. And it's called Songs and Stories. Last week I played the wonderful program that you guys did on me, which brought back so many memories with 40. P.S. How is Steve Ford? What is he doing? Like, he lives in Nashville, yeah?
Still mysterious even to me. You know, he moved to the US and he's pursuing his interests.
Okay, good for him. He was always pursuing his interests, so nothing new there.
Yeah, I got a text from him last week, so we're in touch a little bit, but, you know, we're like 2 kind of middle-aged guys. We don't talk on the phone much, but when we catch up, we have a great time.
Yeah, he's a good bloke. He was always so nice to me, and of course did a lot for CMC in the early days, a lot of interviewing and a lot of hosting and stuff like that. And yeah, so I guess my history with the channel is very long. I played last week the Rolling With segment, which was wonderful and such a great capture of a part of my career that was very very delicate, but also really exciting in a lot of ways. And you can see that in the interview. You can see that I'm struggling with this sort of, you know, real sort of emotion with what's going on, but also, being really excited about what the future holds. And it was a really cool thing for me to have.
It's in that show at points, yes.
Yeah, really cool. And I'm so glad you guys you really have been there, you know, as we'll show in photos, through so much of my career. You sent me a bunch of photos. I have to go to a different screen here and just so I can pull them all up. But I'm going to start, just so you know, I think the first time meeting, I think so.
So I think that was at the Marble Bar.
Yes.
Yeah. I looked at the background. That's what kind of made me think that was. But it was certainly in the first year or two that we met just before you went to Nashville.
Look how young we are. I'm wearing a bindi even. That was like total 90s fashion right there. Wow. I've got a choker on and a bindi and dark eyeshadow.
I was working on Max, and they said we need a country channel quick smart, and I started working on it in mid-March. The country channel, I moved across from Max. Mm-hmm. And sometime between then and maybe around the time the channel went on the air, I got invited. ABC Music found out what I was doing, and they invited me to your launch, which was around that time. It was roughly April, May, June, something like that, of 2002. And so your record launch was the first thing that I went to as the head of Country Music Channel, Dusty Smiles and Heartbreak Cures.
Yep.
And we've talked about this a little bit, sort of over the years. I didn't know how old you were. I had no idea. I think you were 17 at the time.
Yeah, 16, 17.
Charlie Collins was there. Kurt was playing drums in the band.
Yeah, totally. Yep.
ABC Music Rep. I kind of hung out to the end because I think I met Kerry Roberts for the first time that night, and I think I'd previously met Rob Potts, but I think he was there also that night. So I was kind of lingering, getting to know people, and we kind of closed the place down. And the record company person said, "Hey, let's go get a bite to eat in the Cross." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." So she took you and Charlie and myself, and I think it was Jeff Apter from Rolling Stone to someplace in the Cross. And we got something to eat. It must have been midnight, 1 o'clock, something like that. And you and Charlie had some sort of drinks with umbrellas in them.
Yes, I remember.
And I'm kind of, just chatting. And as I said, I didn't know how old you were. And then somewhere in the conversation, it popped up. You were 17 and Charlie was 14, and I just about spit my drink out.
How did we order these drinks? What is with this Sydney bar?
The record person just ordered them. I mean, it's the Cross, right?
Yeah, true. Yeah, anything goes. Yeah. We were
Experience with
stoked because somebody ordered a drinks for us and didn't question. We were like, we'd love a drink. Sure. Oh, dear.
So then, and then it wasn't that much longer after that you went to Nashville.
Yeah.
It all happened.
So I'm going to pull up now a photo. This is backstage at the basement. I just got my new guitar, and I remember this moment. I was showing you my new guitar, and I was about to showcase back home in Australia after being over in Nashville. I was doing a big gig that night, and it was really important gig. There was a lot of people there that I had to impress, per se. And you were there, of course, as always, to hold my hand and make me feel better and comfortable. So I remember that moment very well.
We're so proud of that. That was the white Gratch, right?
Yes. Yeah. I love that guitar. You know what? I sold it for rent money. Shit.
Later, yeah.
Sold it and grew in guitars in Nashville for rent money. So that went far. And then I've got this photo you sent me from, it wasn't the Rolling Stone party, but like you got to be on the cover of Rolling Stone in this like booth.
That was when we started only on All Star for the first 3 years.
Yeah. And
when Foxtel went digital in 2005, I think it was, CMC ended up going on Foxtel as well. So we were kind of just in country areas for the first couple of years. And that was the party where they relaunched all the music channels. I think, they must have spent $100,000 on that party, but they had a photo booth there, and that was our old CEO at XYZ.
That's right.
Bruce Mann, and I believe Usher is in that photo as well.
Who at the time was
on Channel V.
Andrew G. Yeah, that's right. Not sure what he's doing there. It's kind of creepy. But
I think
we had a fun night that night. I actually met Molly Meldrum that night, and Stan Moress, my American manager, went up to him and tried to introduce me. And he's like, I remember he said to him, Molly, this is Catherine Britt. Elton John's a big fan of hers, and blah, blah, blah. And he goes, who gives a fuck? And that was it.
Yeah, yeah.
He just walked away, and me and Stan were like, oh my God. Like, I would hope.
I was standing there. Molly had a few, I think. So
Well, yeah. That was way before his accident. So methinks, yeah. Methinks you may have had a few. Okay, so what else have we got here? You've sent me a new newspaper article. What is this from? Cover story, the year of the rookies in country music.
So the first time I went to Nashville in 2004, Steve Ford was there, and we had lunch with you and Stan, and you played me what you had recorded already there.
Yep.
We were sitting in Stan's car, I think, outside of a restaurant, and I remember taking notes on my phone. It was like a pre-Android, pre-Apple kind of phone, but I was able to take notes on it and stuff, so I could tell everybody about it.
Nokia. It was a Nokia or something, yeah.
Like that, yeah. And then on the way home, I went into the airport and I grabbed this USA Today, and there you were.
Oh wow! Was that in USA Today?
Yeah, it was USA Today, and I kept that. And I also see I'm a fanboy as well as your friend. I also have the FHM magazine that you're in as well.
Yes, I did do that. Yes,
I'll scan that.
Many other artists, actually. There was a few.
Yes, that's right. So it was Sexy Women of Country. It was Carrie Harvick and Shelley Fairchild, and there was all. And then you were on like maybe a quarter of a page or something. The little Catherine section
classy
as well.
I kept my clothes on per se. Okay, so then we've got the magazine article of Who's New. This came out in Country Weekly in America as well. What's the story for you behind this one?
I can't remember that one. I think
I think you sent it to me. It's just a little article that came out at the time in Country Weekly. Not yet 20. Catherine is already a star in her native Australia. Blah blah blah. I don't know. Let's move on. Early CMC awards, I reckon. The photo of me and you cuddled up, and I've got blonde hair at the time. I don't know if you can see it, but I reckon it was an early CMC awards that because like when CMC first started, initially there was no awards. There was, we did it in the Snowies. The CMC festival was in the Snowies, and then it kind of moved, and then it became a awards show and blah blah blah. But I reckon this photo is from an early CMC awards, just as a guess.
I can't see the photos on here, but I think that might have been at one of those ABC dinners in Tamworth. I think.
Okay. I was way off. I was thinking it was.
Yes, and then also the brunette Catherine Britt as well with George Ash.
Here we go. Let's pull out the brunette Catherine Britt. Is that George Ash with us?
I believe it is.
Yeah, who is from Universal.
Head of Universal Music, yeah.
Yes. Still is head of Universal, I believe.
Yeah.
So we've had quite a history together. So what I want to ask you, I guess, is what's next for Tim Daly? Like, what's your future hold?
Well, I don't know at this point. We still have about 5 weeks to go on CMC, so we'll just continue playing all of our favorites on there, and playing all the songs and stories stuff. We're playing a lot of that we've shot with Shane and Kirsty Lee and Morgan and Scotty McCreery and Margot Price, so that's Joshua Headley. So we're playing those heaps more over this last 6 weeks, so people can have a look, because the CMC material will kind of go after we go. The video clips will live on in other places, but all the stuff that we shot will probably won't survive. So we're playing as much of that as we can, and then we're just figuring it out like you always do. It's been a while since
I'm sort of watching what people are commenting here, Tim, and a lot of people are devastated. A few haven't heard and are just now finding out for the first time and are quite upset about this. Some are saying they're going to stop being subscribed to Foxtel. Calm down, peeps. But what they what they want to know, I guess, is that a few things before we let you go. Where will people be able to view country music videos now, in your eyes? A, and B, what will be done with all that wonderful content that you guys created?
Well, first, CMT, which is the U.S. country music brand out of the U.S., will be starting here and replace us. So as soon as we come off the air, CMT will come on. I don't know what what shape that will take yet, or what that will look like, or what kind of shows will be on. But there will be a country music channel replacing.
Okay.
And what was the second question?
Where will people view Australian country music videos when we don't have you?
Right. Well, you'll have you'll have CMT, and you'll have.
Yeah, but CMT aren't going to play Australian music videos, surely.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I can't answer that one yet. Yeah.
So YouTube.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Our pages.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, it's a pleasure, Tim. I love you. It's been many years of love for you, and
I always considered you, since I went to that first launch. I've always called you our number one ticket holder. You know, like at the footy. Who's the number one ticket holder for Newcastle for the Knights?
Don't know. Not me.
It's like the mayor, or some player.
Probably.
All the Newcastle fans are probably furiously typing. But for CMC, Steve Ford was kind of our first host and adventure partner, but Catherine Britt was always our number one ticket holder.
I love you, mate. I love you so much.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to catch up after this craziness is over. Let's go get a drink at a bar and watch some country music.
There'll be some drinking going on. And make sure you tip Catherine Britt.
Oh, thanks, Tim. Cheers. Everyone say thanks to Tim. Cheers, mate. We'll catch you soon. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Bye.
Baba Booey.
Always a pleasure catching up with the wonderful Tim Daly. That is, really sad what is happening there, and a really great loss to the country music scene, of course, as well. So I know I've been watching everyone comment, but I've also been trying to talk to Tim. So I'm really sorry I was not ignoring you. I was just trying to talk to him as well. So yeah, obviously it's really tough to kind of do both. But CMT will take over on Foxtel, which is the American version of CMC. So that will be a thing. So make sure you check that out. But hopefully Tim goes on to do something wonderful, because he is so talented and such an amazing man, and such a supporter of Australian country music. Like, such a supporter. Will do above and beyond things for Australian artists. So I'm so grateful for him. Okay, it is almost 9 o'clock and I've just talked our faces off, and I've got one more guest tuning in with us. I'm going to turn that off. Tuning in from, I want to say the Smoky Mountains. I'm not sure. Better check. And hopefully I can make this work. This fella was, I know Dad was saying Guy Clark was one of my first friends in Nashville, but this guy was literally one of my first friends in Nashville. He was my first co-write that I was set up with. I'd never co-written before, other than co-writing with Casey Chambers. He was my first co-write aside from that. And he just was so kind to me and took me in as a friend and as a songwriter, as an artist. And we've been friends ever since. And I'm so grateful to know him. So I hope I can make this work. Because it's via Skype and it may not work. And I think he's frozen right now. I can see that it's frozen. But anyway, let's just try and see if I can get it to happen. And we're going to sing this duet live. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome as our very final guest, and obviously the last song of my songs and stories this week. Until next time, please welcome Jerry Salley to the stage. Let's see if it's going to happen.
Hey, Catherine, how y'all doing?
Hi.
I hope you and James and the baby are doing great. Aaron and I have been over here in Gatlinburg, Tennessee for several weeks in our mountain home over here ever since the COVID stuff hit the world, and trying to stay safe. I hope y'all are staying safe and healthy.
Yeah, we're good. We're doing pretty good here, mate. We're just trying to stay out of the craziness.
Well, it sure is some crazy times we're in, that's for sure.
Yes.
But I thought we might try our little Elton John, Catherine Britt duet tonight. I'm no Elton John, but I'll give it my best shot. That's all right?
You're going to kill it. Don't be silly. Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Fire that's left unattended surely will burn out and die.
Now that we're down to nothing but ashes,
fight? Have we reached the point where it's too late to try? Is this where we both say goodbye? Yeah.
It's so hard to go on pretending. The truth is, we're living a lie.
And it kills me to know our love's dying. Is this where we both say goodbye? Is this where two hearts break down and cry? Is this where we let go?
And give up the fight.
Have we reached the point where it's too late to try? Is this where we both say goodbye? Have we reached the point where it's too late to try? Is this where we both say
Oh, that's so much
Yay!
fun.
Thank you so much, Jerry. We really appreciate
Well,
it, mate.
I can't thank you enough for asking me to do this tonight, and can't wait till we can see you all again and hug your necks, and we just pray that we'll all get through this real soon. Thanks so much for having me tonight, Catherine.
My pleasure. Thanks, Jerry.
Thanks again.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye. Oh, I love him so much. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Jerry Sally, ladies and gentlemen, I can probably take these off now. Wow. What a show. What a really, really crazy show. So much memories for me. Yeah, wow. More next week, folks. I have no idea what story I'm going to tell. Feel free to throw some ideas my way. I'm just like enjoying the ride, man. I'm just loving going through my history and my past, and it's a very selfish thing to say, but it's true. So if you would like to shoot me a tip for tonight's show, I'd really appreciate it. PayPal.me/Catherine Britt tips would be the place to do it. Catch you next week. We have some special guests. We have a video to play. We have Dad back for our throwback track. We have so much to do. So be there or be square. We will see you there. And it's been a pleasure, guys. Thanks to Tim Daly. Thanks to my dad, Steve, Papa Steve. Thank you so much to Jerry Sally. All our beautiful, beautiful special guests. And yeah, again, paypal.me/Catherine Britt tips. Share the video if you do tune in every week. We really appreciate it. And I will see you very, very soon. Stay safe in COVID, folks. And hopefully life's getting a little bit back to normal for everyone else but musicians. So until it gets back to normal for musicians, we will be here live streaming on our Facebook pages. So join us. Love you long time. Bye.